The movie begins with three friends smoking in their house. One of the guys was saying, "How did my life turn around so badly?" He said, "I was a top student in high school and went to college to learn software engineering. I met these two people. This is my girlfriend who was learning to be a doctor, and my friend who was also learning software engineering. But we all got kicked out of college." He said, "We got kicked out of college because we were always partying, drinking, and smoking, and that became an addiction for us. We needed more money for our addictive lifestyle, so we started stealing the test papers and selling them to the students. For a while, it was a good business, but we eventually got caught and were expelled from the college. Since we couldn't tell our parents, we decided to rent a house together and start stealing. We started stealing from the rich people in that local area, and well, that's our story." So the movie begins when Tommy's brother, who is a police officer, called and told him, "I have sent you some money for the month." Tommy said, "Okay, thanks very much, brother, but you didn't have to." His brother said, "It's okay, I just want you to focus on your studies, okay?" Tommy said, "Okay," and hung up. He then told his girlfriend, "My brother just sent me some money." This girlfriend, Beza, said, "That's good. My father called me and he's asking me when I'm graduating. I'm worried." Then Tommy said, "Don't worry, we'll figure it out, baby." Later at night, the friends were in the house smoking, and Tommy asked Abel, "What is going to be the heist tomorrow?" Abel said, "I have done my research. The father will go to work, and his daughter and his wife are out of town, so it's a good heist. But the housemaid and the security guard are there, so we have to take them out." Tommy said, "No problem. If tomorrow's heist goes well, we may never have to steal again." His girlfriend said, "Oh, babe, that's a great plan." Then Tommy said, "We could even go to another country." They said, "Yeah, that's a nice plan too, but the problem is I'm the only one who has a passport." At night, the two couples were talking about how they love each other and how tomorrow is going to be the last day they will ever steal. The next day, it was the day of the heist, so they all looked like doctors because that's what they were wearing. They knocked on the door, and the security guard opened it. They said, "We are doctors, and we are vaccinating everyone that has not been vaccinated." They then asked him, "Are you vaccinated?" The security guard said no. "Okay, is there anyone who is also not vaccinated in the house right now?" The security guard said, "I think the maid is also not vaccinated." So they went in and said they would vaccinate him. After she vaccinated him, it was a drug that makes you unconscious. The security guard fell unconscious. Then they went looking for the maid. They searched for a while, but they couldn't find her. So they talked and wondered, what if she saw us and is hiding? I think we should split up and look for her. After a couple of minutes, Abel found her in her room sleeping, so he called the girl to drug her. After they did that, they started searching for the money. So they went to the owner's room and started searching, but it was locked. So Tommy said, "I will unlock it, but it may take a couple of minutes. You guys should go look out for other things." After a couple of minutes, they came back, and he was still trying to unlock the door. Then, suddenly, a car was outside of the house, waiting for the security guard to open the door. Beza quickly went out to see who it was and said, "Yes, it's in this house." They all got out to see. Then Abel said, "It's the daughter's car. She was supposed to be in school. Why did she come?" And in the car, the daughter is with a police officer, and it looks like it's her boyfriend, but it's also Tommy's brother. In the house, they were all panicking and saying, "We are going to jail." And they started arguing about how they are going to get out. Abel said, "I'm not going out empty-handed." Then he said, "I've got a plan. I'm going to dress up like the security guard and open the door for her. After she is inside, we will drug her too." Then Tommy said, "Yes, that's a good plan." Then Abel went and opened the door, and the car got in. But then they saw that someone was there with her in the car. They all got a better look, and it was his brother. Tommy couldn't believe it. He was saying, "It's my brother. Oh my God, it's my last day. He is going to kill me." We see Tommy is really stressed and panicking about this. His girlfriend said, "Calm down, please, or else we will go to jail." Then Tommy called Abel and told him, "The police officer is my brother." Tommy is stressed and says, "We are going to jail." Then Abel told him, "Calm down, they are just talking to each other in the living room. I will call you if they go upstairs." In the living room, the girl and the police officer were flirting and laughing. He was asking her why she didn't go to school today. She said, "I missed you, that's why." Upstairs, we see Tommy still stressed, and his girlfriend said, "Please, baby, calm down." She said, "You should continue unlocking the door." He said, "Okay." Then he finally did it. She hugged him, and they took the bag out to see that it was filled with millions of dollars. Then he called Abel and told him, "We have hit the jackpot." In the living room, the girl was asking him, "When are we going to get married?" He said, "You know I love you, and I want to marry you, but I need to wait until my younger brother graduates and gets a job. Then we will get married, okay?" She said, "Okay." Stairs, they took all the money and put it in a bag, and Tommy said, "Okay. Now let's figure out how to get out of here." Then he got a phone call from Abel. Then Abel said, "Hide quickly, they are coming upstairs." Then Tommy started panicking again. The girl and the police officer were cuddling as they were walking upstairs, and she took him to her room. Tommy then called Abel and told him, "Go to the back, I will throw you the money. Then we will get out safely." He threw the money to the back for Abel. Then, in the room, the girl was telling him, "I think I lost one of my earrings." She went to show him her new clothes that she bought. Then he got a work call, and he was a little bit angry, so he hung up. She asked, "What is it?" He said, "There are thieves in this town that drug people and steal money or any kind of jewelry. I thought I had a suspect, but it turns out it wasn't him. That's why I'm angry." Then Tommy and the girl took their shoes off because it might make a lot of noise. Then they opened the door and started walking out slowly. As they were walking, Tommy heard his brother talking about the people that are drugging people and stealing. He was saying to the girl that he will find them and he won't stop until he has put them in jail. Tommy, listening, got scared and whispered, "Let's go quickly." As they were walking down the stairs, something pierced her foot and she screamed for a second. The police officer said, "I think I heard a scream," and he said, "Who is it?" The girl then said, "It must be the maid. Forget about it." He said, "I think I should look around." He went out of her bedroom and started looking. For a minute, Tommy was hiding, but finally he went back and they escaped. And in the car, they were celebrating and saying, "We finally did it." They were so happy. Then they said, "Where is Abel?" They called him, but he didn't answer. They then found a paper in the back of the car and it said, "I am very sorry that I have to do this, but goodbye." They couldn't believe it. They started yelling, "Hen in the house, the cop and the girl are still flirting." And she said, "Let me show you what my mom bought me." She said, "It's a gold necklace." And she opened her drawer to show it, but it wasn't there. She said, "I swear it was here. I don't know where it went." The police officer said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes." Then she went to ask the maid. In the car, they were both stunned that he stole the money by himself. Then Tommy remembered he put his phone in the bag with the money and said, "We can track that." He said that happily. Then he found the phone's location through Snapchat. Then they quickly went to the location. At the house, the girl came and told the police officer that the maid and the security guard are both knocked out. "I don't know what happened to them." So the police officer went and checked and said, "These are the thieves that were stealing money all over town, and I know that because they always drug the hostages." He then went with a gun to check if they are in the house. After he searched for a while, he found her earring and bloodstains on the stairs and said, "Call your father, quick." Then we see Abel with the money, happy in the car. Tommy in the car is following his phone, saying, "We are almost there." But when they arrived, no one was there and his phone was on the ground. Tommy was so disappointed and angry. He didn't know what to do. After Tommy calmed down, they talked about what they were going to do next. And Tommy said, "Let's go to the black market guy. He must be there." So they went. Then they found the black market guy. Then Tommy said, "Hey, did you find Abel today?" The black market guy said no, but he called me and we were supposed to be meeting in about 20 minutes. Then they said, "Okay, let's wait for him together because we are partners." Then they started waiting for him, but he didn't come. Then the black market guy called Abel and asked him, "Where are you? It's been an hour." Then Abel said, I changed my mind. I have another guy now." Then he hung up on him. In the house, the police officer was talking with the owner of the house, and the owner was saying, "They stole all my money. Please find them quick." In the house, the police were saying, "Search every camera in this block, and we will find them. I'm sure of that." Tommy and his girlfriend were in the house planning what to do. She went to shower, and Tommy got a phone call from the black market guy, and he said, "I have seen Abel getting into someone's house with a bag. Come quick." So Tommy quickly got in his car and went there and found the black market guy. He showed him the house and said, "Good luck." Tommy said, "Thanks, I will wait until he comes out." Then he waited for a minute. Then Abel got out. When he saw Tommy, he started running very fast. Tommy started chasing him. They ran for a minute, and Abel dropped his bag and ran very fast. Tommy then quickly picked up the bag and was so happy. But when he opened it, there was nothing in the bag. Then we see Tommy's girlfriend with her suitcase, and it looked like she was waiting for someone. A car came, and it turns out it was Abel. He got out, hugged her, and said, "I missed you, baby." They were so happy. Then he gave her an apple, saying, "This is for my queen." Then they said, "I am so happy our plan went well. Tommy didn't even suspect a thing." They laughed at him. Then they said, "Let's go to another country now. Tommy doesn't even know we have passports." So they said, "We will go tomorrow. I have already purchased the tickets." Tommy, on the other hand, went home and started smoking. Then he found a letter, and it was from his girlfriend saying, "I'm sorry, but I'm not yours anymore. I'm with Abel." Tommy started laughing, and it looks like he is going insane. Then we have a flashback of Abel and the girl plotting their plan in the bed, and it looks like they are also in love. And she was the one who came up with the plan. And she was saying, "Let's get a passport and not tell Tommy. And then after we steal that money, we will leave him and go to another country, just the two of us." And he was saying, "It is a very good plan." Then we see a flashback of Tommy and the girl in the car tracking his phone. It turns out she was the one who told Abel, "Tommy is tracking you through his phone, so drop it." She texted Abel that. She was also the one to text him not to come to the black market guy, but Tommy was also there. They also planned him chasing him so that the house would be free for the girl to get out with her suitcase. After that, Tommy called the girl, but Abel said, "Let me talk to him." Tommy said, "Why did you do this to me?" Abel said, "It wasn't personal. It was just about freedom, and we both chose freedom, and she loves me more. So, Tommy, goodbye, because we're going to another country." Tommy said, "I will find you. You will never escape me, I swear," with an angry voice. Then Abel said, "I don't think you can do that because in 15 minutes you're going to be knocked out. The medicine she gave you was not a headache medicine. It was a drug, and you will be out in 15 minutes, and you will probably not wake up until tomorrow. This is it. Goodbye. I hope you have a good life." Then Abel hung up. In the car, they are saying, "I can't believe things are working out," and they both were so happy. And after a while, Abel said, "Can you pull over there, please?" Then Abel went out of the car and took her suitcase out. Then she got out and said, "What are you doing?" Abel said, "Your journey ends here." She said, "What?" with an angry voice. He said, "It's over for you." "What are you talking about?" she said. "We did this because we love each other." Abel said, "Liar, I know you love Tommy, and Tommy loved you too. What makes you think you won't leave me like Tommy?" Then she said, "Don't you trust me?" He said, "Yes, I don't believe you." Then he said, "How could you leave someone like Tommy that loved you very much and wanted to marry you? So I had a plan of my own, and I will take the money for myself and leave you both." Then she said, "What did you do to me?" Then she fell on the ground. He told her the apple he gave her was poison, and she will be dying in a few minutes. And he said to her, "That's what you deserve, you stupid idiot." Then Abel got in the car and left. Tommy was at home, sad and depressed, and suddenly his brother entered his house. Tommy was so shocked, and it turns out they were caught on the neighbor's cameras. And we see a flashback of him finding out that his brother was the one that's been stealing from the house. And he is telling his girlfriend how he called his college, and it turns out he was fired for stealing, and the police officer was so stressed. Then he got a phone call, and it turns out they have found the car. The police officer said, "Okay, wait for me. I'm the one who is going to arrest them." Then we see the girl, almost dying, got her phone out and texted Abel something. Abel then was in the car, happy about everything. Then he received the text message from her, and it said, "I have never loved you. I have always loved Tommy. I only used you for my plan, but it failed." And she said, "I am not the only one that has been poisoned." And she said, "I have poisoned you from the cigarette I gave you before we got in the car." Then Abel dropped the phone and started coughing, saying, "Give me water, please, please." Then they both died. At Tommy's house, his brother was saying how disappointed he is, and "I won't feel sorry for you." Then finally, the movie ends with Tommy saying, "I'm sorry, brother."